For a quarter of a century, the United States and its allies owned the skies. No opponent of theirs could compete in the air. But now concerns are being raised as China is rapidly catching up with the West, and this is according to a Pentagon report released late last year. In our next report, my colleague Shivan Chanana decodes Chinese military's continued expansion of its air-to-air missiles that can strike targets from far distances. Take a look.
Starting with the PL-15, which is an active radar-guided long-range air-to-air missile in PLA's Air Force service. The claimed operational range is about 200 to 300 kilometers. It uses a dual-pulsed solid propellant rocket and has an AESA, or an active electronically scanned array radar. Now, the missile is cleared on J-20, the J-10C, the J-15, the J-16, the J-11B and JF-17 Block 3, while the Chengdu J-20 stealth fighter can carry 4 PL-15s in its internal bay. Then let's come to the PL-16, which has the same performance as the PL-15, but it is an active radar-guided long-range air-to-air missile in PLA's Air Force service. The claimed operational range is about 200 to 300 kilometers, as I mentioned earlier for the earlier variant. It uses a dual-pulsed solid propellant rocket and has an AESA, or as I mentioned earlier, active electronically scanned array radar. Now, the missile is cleared on J-20, the J-10C, the J-15, the J-16, the J-11B, JF-17 Block 3. The Chengdu J-20 stealth fighter can carry 4 PL-15s in its internal bay, while its compact design and foldable fins allow 6 missiles into the J-20 internal bay. Shifting focus now to the PL-17. It is an active radar-guided, very long-range air-to-air missile. The PLA claims it has a range of 400 kilometers and it is intended to take on larger targets such as flight refueler aircraft and AEW&C aircraft. It is widely considered a successor to the PL-12. And finally, let's come to the PL-21. It is an active radar-guided, very long-range air-to-air missile. It has an AESA, again as I mentioned earlier as well. It is estimated to have a range of 300 to 400 kilometers. It's distinguished by a throttle-level ramjet motor that allows for acceleration late in flight, making it a bigger threat to agile fighters than the PL-17. It is also considered to be a smaller variant of the PL-17. Now, viewers, these are the air-to-air missiles in PLA's arsenal. According to reports, they are now working on a more advanced long-range missile. And this rapid technological progress in China's aerospace industry, particularly air-to-air missile systems, are changing the game even for their competitors, for the Western air forces and the global arms trade.
For all the latest news, download the WION app and subscribe to our YouTube channel.